All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Real Talk video. I pray y'all are all having a wonderful, blessed day as we give the Most High all the honor, the glory, and all the praise and worship. My title now says, Do It Yourself. Do It Yourself. Let me give a shout out to you, Keisha, 44. You 44 years old. Big shout out to you. Got your email. And you so depressed. Not just you, but whoever else may be looking at this video. A lot of people are down and out. Some people, my sister done gave up. Some people can't motivate themselves. So many people's self-esteem is low. Self-confidence is gone. I know at times in this life that we get down, and we may be even getting down and out. But my old people would say, I might give out, but I won't give up. Because the flesh, yes, it does get tired. But the question is, how long are you going to stay down? And what are you doing while you down? See, there are so many people that have stayed down so long that they're not even thinking about getting up no more. And how long will you complain instead of proclaiming? Instead of looking at what the Most High have already brought you through, pretty much all of us can raise our hand and probably write 2 or 3 books or more about what the Most High done did for us and brought us through so much, or how many times we should have been dead. And if you can't rejoice that you still here, see, this is encouragement also. But I'm gonna be a little rough in this video. But if you can't look at the fact that I'm still here, I'm still breathing, I ain't laid up in no hospital. Your kids is okay. You still got a roof over your head. Look at Houston. Look at Miami. Look at Florida. Look at all people that have nowhere to go. Some still don't have nowhere to lay their head. Can't even get gas to leave. I mean, just start looking at somebody else, and I guarantee you, you'll be doing better than you think you're doing. You know, but do it yourself, my sister. So many of us keep crying out to the Most High for so many things. Some of us got the same prayer, same thing, same cry out for things that the Most High have given us the power to do on our own. We always quoting, well, if I make one step, God will make 2. Man, folks' mindset need to change. I'm not talking about everybody, but I'm looking at your email as I'm talking to you in this video. It's too many things that we can do on our own because our Father gave us the power. You know. Now I know, like you say, you got hit hard in life. You know, you finally got another job. You went through a layoff. So many of us done went through that. Man, they can put my face in the Guinness Book of World Records on how many times I was laid off on jobs coming up. The Bible teaches us, sister, it rains on the just as well as the unjust. It don't matter who you are, what color you are, what your race is, where you located, male or female. In this life, you are going to have trials and tribulations, a test of your faith. You will be tested. You are being tested. But how are you dealing with the test? Are you complaining or are you still proclaiming? See, the reason why I use this title, yourself, because when you start talking about self-confidence, self-respect, self-control, self-esteem, you can look in the dictionary, in the English dictionary, and when you look up the word self, do a Google search on how many words go with the word self. And notice it's always going to say self first, because it's something we supposed to be doing ourself. It's the reason why it's called myself. Some people can't motivate themselves, so they need other people to feed off of. And them the people I don't like being around, because they say a lot about a person. If you can't motivate yourself, how somebody else going to motivate you? First of all, should nobody have to motivate you? See, King David in the Bible was a man who oftentimes patted himself on the back and he encouraged himself because there was so much wicked around him. He had to encourage himself. Oftentimes, I have to encourage, not all the time, look like all the time, I have to encourage myself. Don't nobody have to motivate me to turn this camera on to speak to y'all every day. Don't nobody have to motivate me, to do what I love doing. Because it starts with self. That's what's wrong with half of these churches and these praise teams. And people got to be motivated, pumped up, and praised. And they got to have a hype man or a hype woman. I don't need none of that. The gospel pumps me up. The gospel motivates me. I don't even wait on no preacher to bring no word. I'm motivated by myself. I have self-discipline. Do it yourself. Once again, how can you motivate somebody who won't motivate themselves? Those type of people will drain all your energy if you let them. Self is such a powerful word to me. I'm going to just name a few in this video that I see a lot of people dealing with. Self-abuse. They so hard on themselves, beating themselves up behind what has happened. They so busy concentrating on the past that they will never move forward because their past is blocking their future. Self-deception. A lot of people don't even know you can deceive your own self. The devil don't even have to mess with you half of the time because you are deceiving yourself. Then you see self-affliction, the infliction of pain or suffering on yourself. A lot of pastors are self-appointing themselves, not being chosen by the Most High. And then when you think about self-confidence, when you don't have confidence in yourself, what does that say about you? You can't even believe in your own abilities. See, I don't know you personally, but looking at this email, I can tell that you have fallen into what I like to call a poor spirit. Now, before you get mad, sister, just catch what I'm saying. A poor spirit can be lifted up. That's why the Bible says in one of the Beatitudes, blessed is the poor spirit. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for they what? Look that up on your own time. A poor spirit can be lifted up, but there's something wrong with you if your spirit is always down and stays poor. A lot of people are dealing with self-destruction. If you start taking all these negative selves and start replacing them with positive selves, then you'll see a whole new action in your life. Your life will be so much greater. But it starts once again with self-discipline. Do it yourself. We all need what a lot of people can't stand is self-examination. The Bible says, let every man examine himself. Most of us can't even look at the mirror at ourselves because we can't stand who we are looking at self. When you praising and worshiping the Most High, you got to take self out of the way. See, once again, it's a lot of good selves, and then there's a lot of people that's just stuck with the wrong self. They have self-hatred. They can't stand themselves, so they wind up hating others. They have self-image that they can't stand their image. The way they view themselves, I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I feel. I don't like this. If you don't like the way you look, do something about it. If you don't like the way you feel, do something about it. I hear so many women all the time, they can't stand the way they feel. They can't stand the way they look. So they fall into a depression and they just eating themselves away. Or some won't eat at all. They just sit around and complain and complain and complain about everything that they hate, that they're not doing. What's going to motivate you to get up off your butt and start doing something? I know what I'm saying, sister. It's kind of hurtful, but this is tough love. And I'm going to say this how I want. I don't give a damn about how you feel. I have to get, when you tell the truth, you got to get past people's feelings. Because let me tell you something. Your feelings ain't what move the Most High. Having these pity parties ain't going to move the Most High. Staying down, crying and complaining about what ain't going right, ain't never done nothing for nobody. See, I love you enough to tell you the truth. I'm not going, feel sorry because, oh man, myself, I'm down. No, people need to get out of this acting like they are a victim all the time and start looking at themselves as a victory. If you can't stand your self-image, once again, do something about it. Problem is, there's too many people trying to look like other people. And the sad thing is, the Bible tells you who you are made in the image of. And most of us keep changing our image because we don't like our self-image. See, self-motivated is one of my favorite ones. I motivate myself to do what I do. I learned a while back to stop crying out and praying the same prayer to the Most High on things that the Most High told me. I already told you can do it yourself. Speak to yourself on a daily basis. Speak to your finances. Speak to your health. We want to accept everything the world want to say. Well, you know something wrong with you, buddy. Man, when we going to start looking at self and doing what the Most High gave us the power to do? Don't you know the Bible teaches us we must die to self? Excuse me. We must deny ourselves. If you can't deny yourself, how you going to make it to heaven? If you are self-centered, how you going to make it to heaven? See, the word teaches us people that are self-centered, they're not able to please the Most High. Don't you know a lot of these selves I'm calling out is a sin? Sin against yourself. So when I say once again, do it yourself, what are you waiting for? Stop having self-pity parties. Do it yourself. Concentrate on you. The reason a lot of us are where we at right now is because we got tired of ourselves, so we done something about ourselves. I'll tell you this as I close, sisters. When I got serious with my life, I prayed and told the Most High to reveal and remove everybody around me that was negative, that was causing me harm. Remove these haters, these enemies, these ones that say they're my friends, and the Most High whispered in my ear. He said, well, if you want to start that, JT, first thing you got to do is go look in the mirror. I had to get rid of myself first. Once I realized how messed up myself was, I didn't like the way I looked, I started working out. I didn't like the way I feel, I started eating better. I started changing my surroundings. I cut off everybody except a couple. That's why I hang by myself on a daily basis. You're not going to see too many people with me because I'm more to myself, because I've lived that part of my life where I just saw what I let people drag me into doing. Notice I said I let them. They didn't force me. I was hanging around the wrong crowd, negative people. Never had nothing positive to say. And we just going to always be broke. We going to always, man, our mom and dad was like this. But man, get the hell off and around people like that. Concentrate on self. Do a self build up. Have self-respect. To my sisters and brothers out here, if you don't respect yourself, if you don't have self-respect, why you crying out from having respect for somebody else? I mean, why you crying for somebody else to have respect for you and you don't respect yourself? Yourself. Do it yourself. Discipline yourself. And I guarantee you, you'll have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed life. I didn't say it was going to be easy, and I didn't say you wasn't going to have no problems at all, because you are. That's a promise to you. But when you do it yourself, you'll start feeling better about yourself. I love you. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed day.